People love talking about consistency. They post quotes. People love talking about consistency. They post quotes about it. They admire it. They'll tell you that consistency is the key to success. But the thing with that is, I don't think that most people actually understand what consistency actually looks like. And I know that I didn't. So for a long time, I kind of believed that consistency meant never missing a day. You know, for a long time, I really thought it was waking up at 5 o'clock, reading every morning, hot shower, cold, you know, the saunas, the cold showers, going to the gym every day, never actually losing motivation, and to never really fall behind. Thing is, with that, every time I failed to meet these standards, I'd kind of beat myself up and tell myself that I wasn't really disciplined enough. But I eventually kind of realized something. I wasn't inconsistent, rather, I was expecting perfection. And I was expecting perfection from the jump. And I would eat myself up for it. To be honest, the thing with consistency that most people don't actually tell you, it's boring. Like really, really boring. Most of the time, nobody shows the daily repetitive actions, Nobody shows them emailing the same people back to back, filming themselves actually reading the 10 pages that they post on their Instagram stories. Nobody celebrates editing a video at midnight. But those moments, to be honest, are the moments that actually build your future. And it's a very interesting topic because success really isn't built around your best day, on the perfect routine, the perfect day, the best day that you could have. It's more so built on the average Monday, the average Tuesday, your baseline, the things that you do regardless of how you feel. That is true consistency. The thing is, when it comes to a lot of self-help that you find online, you find a lot of motivation. And it shows up whenever it wants. That's the thing with motivation. Some mornings you wake up and you feel like you can conquer the world. But other mornings you feel like you don't even want to get out of bed. You don't want to do anything at all sometimes. And this is probably something you already know. If your progress depends on motivation, then your progress will always be temporary. It will never be everlasting. How I've found a way to bypass this is with systems. Systems don't care how you feel. They literally don't. Like, whether you wake up at 5 a.m. today because you're feeling good, or you're gonna wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow and not wake up today because you're feeling bad, that is up to motivation. Whereas when it comes to systems, regardless of how you feel, you will wake up at 5 a.m. And that's if that's something you want to do. I do understand the 5 a.m. club though. Waking up earlier than everybody to get more time and to put more reps in. But the less I negotiate with myself, to be honest, the easier consistency becomes. When I have a straight system of what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, where I'm going to do it, it's much easier. And I think people, they underestimate the small actions, and I think it's largely because they don't produce the immediate tangible results that most of us are looking for. For example, a workout won't transform your body today. Just because you did a few push-ups, your body's not going to change much. Maybe for the first time it may be sore, but you're not going to get that dream physique. Reading one book won't completely change your life. One investment won't make you wealthy. I could go on and on about things that you doing once won't really have much of an impact on your life. One video doesn't build a YouTube channel, But the thing with that is the first workout, the first YouTube video, the first book you read, that is when you plant the seed. That is the first seed that you plant. And by you planting that seed, that means there's an opportunity for it to grow. But it won't grow if you don't water the seed. If you don't give it the time for the roots to go deep enough for the foundation to settle in. And that's what consistency kind of is. It's you planting the seed, watering the seed, taking care of the seed. Most of the time, it's doing the same thing, the same boring thing every day without fail. Hundreds of push-ups or hundreds of workouts will make you the man that you want to be physically. Hundreds of investments could make you rich. Hundreds of YouTube videos could make your YouTube channel actually boom. It's not in the first action. It's in the small, consistent actions. The actions that you take regardless of how you feel. The thing is, with a lot of the things that we watch on social media, we're told how to live our lives, but we don't really actually take the time to live our lives for ourselves. We're always performing a lot of the times, performing for somebody else's measure of success. And that performance kills progress, because without the small, consistent progress, then it never has time to compound, the compounding effect, I think a lot of the times we expect like a linear path to the goals that we want, but I'm starting to think that it may be more of an exponential type of thing. Like for a very long time, you stay at one point, only seeing a little bit of progress, little bit of progress, and then it just goes up. It's like the S&P 500. When you zoom into it, there's a lot of highs and lows. Life, a lot of highs and lows. When you zoom out, you see only a little bit of progress. But when your time comes, because you showed up every day, it just goes up, rockets to the sky, The thing is, with Project 717, it isn't about documenting my success. It's about documenting the journey, the ordinary days, the days like today, the days where my hair looks like shit, my hair is all over the place. I kind of like it though. At least I'm forcing myself to like it. But it's the failures, the lessons, it's the moments that nobody gets to see. It's in this moment where I just take the time to sit down and speak, and take the time to reflect and document. And maybe consistency isn't about showing up perfectly. Maybe it's simply choosing not to quit and showing up regardless. That's what I'm learning.